This is actually creepy. Like, this is a horror movie. It is time for the most requested Stray Kids video. The stays have been waiting. Carrots. Oh, I'm sweating. Okay, we're starting with Ian's hat. I have not figured it out yet. I'm confused by it. But isn't he like one of the cutest magnates ever? Like, his smile reminds me of Hyunjin. I love that. I am going to go with half double crochet because that looks kind of right, which means I'm going to make a circle, half double crochet 11 times in a magic ring. Then I'm gonna do the regular circle rows, you know, increase around, then increase every other, then every third, then every fourth, blah, 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 until I get to, usually when I make hats, it's around like 6.5 in diameter is big enough for me. Fingers crossed. I'm using a 6mm hook. It's not even really a 6" yet, but it's so floppy and I don't know what happened. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to use 11 when it's half double crochet, but I guess maybe not. It's so floppy that I'm thinking I may as well start doing the non-increased rows now because I think it might end up the right size if I do that. We will see. Hat is done. Now I need the little cross thing. For the cross, I have chained 8 on the tight side because we're gonna be working in both sides of the loops and we don't want it to get wholly in the middle, even though it's a cross. Then we're going to half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. I'm gonna do that twice, so an increase there. And then I'm going to slip stitch in the next one. Then we're gonna single crochet our way all the way down. Or no, then we'll slip stitch all the way down. Try not to make your slip stitches too tight or it'll pull it too tight. Right, once we get to the last little loop here, I know it's gonna be hard because this isn't black, but it is what it is. Then I'm going to double crochet and then in the top, gonna half double crochet. This is all technically in the same loop to loop here. And then another double crochet. And then we're gonna slip stitch into the next stitch here. If I can find the next stitch. Hello. And then slip stitch our way back up again. Once we get to our last little loop again, we can half double crochet in there. Hello, what's happening? Then slip stitch to wherever. And this gives us kind of like the fancy ends for the cross. I fastened that off and I forgot to say, but I'm using a 4.5mm hook because I have temporarily misplaced my 4.75 hook that I used to actually make the hat. The more intense side is the bottom. I would say if I could go back, I would make like after the double crochet, do a single crochet just so it like goes in a bit more gentlier, but I can just sew it on so that it looks that way and kind of spread it a bit. Anywho, now we're gonna fasten on again and we're gonna make the cross. The cross is gonna have to be a little bit more to the top than to the bottom because that's how crosses are. I'm gonna reattach. Where am I gonna reattach? I'm gonna reattach here. Just wing this. This is good. Reattach here. Then I'm going to chain maybe just 2. 1, 2. We're gonna make ours on the bigger side again. Actually chain 3 because we need one to turn around. Then we're going to double crochet in the second stitch from the hook and then we're going to single crochet and slip stitch to the next loop here. I did not really think this through. This looks too high, doesn't it? But then we gotta do the other side too. Ugh, I don't even know. So it's gonna come down like that. Okay, it is what it is. I guess I have to fasten this off too. Actually, should I just say that's good? That looks alright. Okay, sure. And then do the exact same thing on the other side. C'est fini! Oh wow, look at me! My sewing kind of sucks, so it kind of sucks. But it's better than I thought it would be. On to Hyunjin's hood thing. I am so thankful for that prologue video that came out because everyone was asking for a Skiz video. Can I say Skiz? Is that politically correct? And I'm like, in what world does Skiz, with their concept, wear crochet? This one, apparently. People are also asking for ATs and I'm like, they don't wear anything, but I'll make a light stick, I suppose. I'm also surprised by how much white is in this video. Like, for the hood, it's looking like, to me at least, 2 giant granny squares sewn together here. Hello, it is editor me from the future. I'm not trying to be spooky. Look, this is the cutest little ducky. I just thought I'd let you know that I did this completely wrong and I redid it later in the video, but from what I could tell, this is what I thought it was, and to be honest, maybe this one looks better. You be the judge of that. And then, hello, where's my other picture? There's like a little weird strappy thingamajigger. He basically looks like a knight going off to battle in his crochet chainmail. I have made my first granny square. It is humongous. The biggest granny square I've ever made. That's a lie, actually. I'm using a big hook for this because it does look pretty loose. I'm using a 7mm hook, and I'm actually doing two, because I can't really see. Those are the only two angles I have. I'm doing 2 stitches instead of the regular 3-stitch granny stitch. So that's chaining 4, slip stitch into your first chain to make a little circle, and then we're going to chain hello 2. That's gonna count as our first double crochet, so then we're gonna do another double crochet in between each of these clusters. This is a 2 double crochet cluster. I'm going to chain 3. I usually do 2, but I was kind of confused. I didn't think this would work, so I did extra, and it wasn't necessary, but I did it for the first one, so I'm gonna do it for the second one. And then just do 3 more clusters in here with 3 chain in between. And after your last cluster, you are still chaining 3 between, and then you're gonna slip stitch to this first chain. All right, and then you just continue like that, putting 2 clusters, 3 chain in every corner. But when it's not a corner, you're just going to start your next cluster with no chain in between, like so. And then corners get chains. I think I've done about a bajillion granny stitch tutorial in my videos by now, but that's the gist of it. And then you keep going until it gets a bajillion times bigger. I finished my second square, and I'm assuming I just sew along here and here, because then it would be like like this. Yeah, I'll do that. Again, I'm not sure if this is right at all because I don't have any other angles, but it is now a hood, I think. They're beautiful. Maybe it's too big. Now I'm going to, I don't even know, attach maybe like halfway through here, but I don't want it to be weird. It's going to be weird. Does this look like it? I don't even know. Wait, I have to see. Once I have the other piece on, it'll hold it down a little bit and it'll be good. I think this is right because his goes over his shoulder a little bit like this. Yes, yes. Okay, I'm convinced. This is exactly the same. Gosh dang it, maybe it needed to be bigger because it looks like his like little thingamajiggers come out from this side. Gosh dang it. You know what? I'm just gonna stretch it like this. So I'm going to attach here. How many stitches is this? Let's do some sleuthing. I'm gonna go with 5. I think it's 5 double crochets across, and it's from this corner, which is sad because I feel like that'll make it look weird. I don't know. It's fine. It'll work. Trust the process. Oh, but did you notice this? Ah! I'm also making monies now. Not enough to cover my yarn expenses, but it's something. Thank you. Another one done. Beautiful, beautiful. Wow. I thought these were longer. We'll stretch it out some more. Now we've got to complete the look with the mesh sweater. I have this square here. Mesh patterns, super easy. It is double crochet and then you skip 1, chain 1, and then double crochet. Does that make sense? Double crochet, chain, skip, double crochet. And this one seems super simple, more simple than even all the other ones I have done. I've done this many times now. I never get the sizing right. I'm pretty sure this is too small because it goes down his shoulders a bit further. But I have 2 of these. I didn't even shape them. They are just square, rectangle slash whatever. So I think his is a bit longer than mine. But 'tis what it is. His are tucked in anyway, so what does it matter? And so I'm just going to crochet along. It's a pretty wide neck, and it does look like there's no shaping. Like it's just like an open slit. So I'm probably gonna do from here to here, just making sure there's an even number on both sides. So I crocheted across the top of the shoulders, and now I'm going to crochet up the sides so that I can attach on and then do the sleeves in the round, so I don't have to attach them after. Definitely having fun with this hood though. Alright, here we are. Look at this. I went around until like here, and then I increased every other row for like 6 rows, and then I just went normal again, and it fits like a glove. It's not supposed to be this fitted. Actually, I'm wearing a shirt underneath it. I'm sure it's perfect. We pair it with the proper headwear. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Hello? Oh. Gonna do the pose. I'm having too much fun. Where's my hat? We need everything. I've made so many things already and it's not even close to being over yet. Let's go. But actually, I'm gonna go make banana bread. So we'll go after that. This is actually creepy. Like this is like horror movie. I don't even know. Good. Now we are doing the lover boy hat beanie. The cat beanie specifically because someone asked for that one. I've done the bunny one for my new jeans video and I did it how it's actually supposed to be done, like a rib knit and whatever. And it turned out beautifully if I do say so myself, but people want a crochet version. There was someone who wanted a crochet version but like still done the same way because it's done with like triangles or whatever and then sewn together at the top. I will do that one someday, but for today we're doing a simple crochet one. I will definitely be doing another one for my boy next door videos. I'll just do it differently every single time and you can choose which one you want to do. For this one, I just made this rectangle doing the rib stitch. Rib stitch is just stitching in the back loop only or the front loop only. That's your choice, whatever's easier for you. I did half double crochet on this side and then for the last like 5 to 7, I would do single crochet. And if you can see, I accidentally decreased and then accidentally increased. It's fine. Now I'm going to crochet up the sides and then weave a piece of yarn through, I'm digesting. Weave some yarn through the top and then pull that closed. So I wove it, I pulled it all closed, but there's still gonna be a hole there. I'm just gonna all over and see. Should be good. So there we have it, and that is why we do the triangular thing, because then it's not like this big bunch of stuff at the top. But I mean, that was hard, so I'm gonna do this. And then now technically, if you want to do the like, you know how the lover boy has like the seams across the top, you could literally just go over one of these ridges, like stitch over it a bunch, and that'll give you the same effect. I'll try it now so you can see what it looks like. That's another thing though, because when you knit it, the ridges, like the rib stitch, looks so much better in knitting than crochet. Like crochet is very like whereas knitting is like it like sticks close together. And actually never mind, I'm not gonna do the stitches because it's already in like a cross shape here. I'm gonna work on the ear now. Today is the last day of skiz. I know, so sad. But I'm making more for this video than any other video before. Just wanna impress the stays. I have my first little ear. I wish I made it bigger, like longer, but it is what it is. I'm not redoing it. So I'm just starting with a chain of 5. I'm using a 3.75mm hook and I'm using single crochet. On the second chain from the hook, you start doing your line of single crochet. And since we have to be working this way, we just like increase on one side every time. So I'm using this as my like top part. So I'm going to increase in this last one to turn around. And then I'm not increasing in the first stitch, I was increasing in the second stitch. I just feel like that might make it more neat. I don't really know because I didn't test otherwise. Continue that until you get to the height you want, or the width I guess, because that doesn't really, if you want it to be taller, I would start with a couple more stitches. And I would recommend that because it's a bit too short. Anywho, now we're going to decrease, and decreasing is harder, I think. The first row, I'm just gonna work my way back down without doing anything. No increase or decrease. Then all I did was kind of try to just match up these little ridgy things that you can't really avoid when you're crocheting, I think. So I will slip stitch into the stitch adjacent to that, if that makes sense, so that we can start decreasing, and then turn around. And I think I skipped the first stitch and just single crocheted in the next stitch after that. Is that what I did? I don't know. It's kind of more messier on the decrease side, which sucks, but it is what it is. And then just continue that until you get to like the same height on the end there. Okay, but why does it look good? And why am I surprised? I'm obviously very talented. It's so cute. Is it? Maybe it's too high. Should it have been lower? I don't know. Next, we're doing an album grid pattern. Yes, it would have made more sense to do the current album, but me and grid patterns and stars just don't go together. I struggled. So I started that last night. I'm also very concerned that this is what I'm dealing with. I chose gray instead of white because, well, basically I used all my white for this hat and I still have to make a light stick. But the color of this album is like a really light gray, so I was like, fine, I'll use my light gray. But the light gray is too dark of a gray and the contrast is not there. It would have looked so much better with the white. But alas, I have already done a few rows and you know that these few few rows took a toll on me mentally, as do all grid patterns. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with this. I was originally going to do wall art, like just do the square and be like done. But we'll see how much time I have left after doing the other stuff today. We'll see. To make these grid patterns, I use a website called Stitch Fiddle, and it's super easy. I chose this one because it was easy. I literally just had to count and like follow the picture, and it looks cool. So there we are. To follow a grid pattern, if you've never done it before, it's super simple. Every square represents a single crochet. So you just follow back and forth these rows. You make sure that the good side stays nice looking. The back side can be super freaking messy, depending of course what you're doing with it. If I'm doing like a blanket, I don't know. Sometimes I like to keep the back super nice, but it's faster if you don't, because the nicer you want to keep the back, the more you have to color change, which is gets a little extreme, if you can see here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so a couple things. 3 things. 4 things. Today's another skiz day. Yay! I didn't finish yesterday. It's fine. We're having a good time here. The only thing is, I started editing this video this morning and I realized that Ian's hat's a little short, so I'm gonna add a couple more rows to that. Also, the music video just came out this morning and I don't know why I thought that the prologue was not a teaser for the actual music video. Like, I didn't think they'd be wearing the actual thing, so I wasn't waiting for it to get extra angles on the freaking hood. The hood is wrong. I don't know why I was like making it more complicated in my mind. It's not granny squares. It's literally just the exact same mesh pattern as the sweater. Like, I can't. I don't know. And I wasn't gonna redo it. I was like, it's fine. I mean, it does this weird thing here. Given some space for the ears, but I just put out my 17 video today and a lot of people are commenting about the Stray Kids music video, wanting that stuff. And first of all, I can't do Bangchan's shirt thing because what is that? I don't even know what that is. I know, I feel bad. Like, I have to redo this, but it's sad because I won't have enough yarn to redo it. I don't think. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. But I also have to add some rows to this. So we'll see. I don't freaking know. Okay, people, I don't know. But we gotta impress the stays. I never redo things. I'm sucking up hard this video. Is it working? And then also the reason why we didn't finish yesterday, which I mean, if we finished yesterday, I could have been like, done, washing my hands of it. It's over. I'm not gonna redo it. But since I'm already doing it again today, I may as well redo the hood. It probably will only take a couple hours. But this, hello? This took hours. Okay? Like, when I posted my DXD album blanket video, everyone in the comments was like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm gonna do a skiz version. And I'm like, okay, good luck with that. Like, literally, the easiest Stray Kids album is probably way harder than the hardest DXD album. I'm sorry, it's just, that's how it is. What else? Was there something else? No, I think we're good now. I think we're Let's just keep in mind that I have no idea what I'm doing here, but here is what I've done for the hood. Actually ended up having to change colors, if you can tell. Yes, you can tell. This is all I have left of this, and I want to use it for like the little strappy thing on this side, so at least that's the same. I had to switch to cream because it's the same yarn, just different color. Anywho, what I did was a mesh pattern. It's the same as my sweater, only different. So the chain pattern for the sweater was, as I said, it's a double crochet, chain, skip, double crochet. This one is the same, only instead of going into, you see how this is more like everything's lined up, whereas this is like, you know how like bricks are laid, kind of every other thing. So this one, we're stitching into every single like double crochet stitch. When we chain, we skip the chain and then go into the double crochet stitch. Whereas this one, from what I could tell from the picture, you're crocheting your double crochet into the spaces in between, which confuses me so much. Like, I don't know how to make it so that I don't accidentally decrease on either end, which is why it's like this. I was gonna decrease starting from here just so that it's not a big, you know how this hood, this piece would stick out a bit because it's so squared off. So I wanted to do that a little bit, but it ended up accidentally decreasing every single time. And then on this side, I was trying to straighten it out. It kind of worked, but I don't really freaking know. So I just made 2 rectangles. The top goes down like this, and now now I'm going to sew it. And yeah, they look really skinny, but I feel like it'll be good because it's pretty fitted to his head. I feel like it'll just like stretch over my head. Now I'll crochet up this side and then up the top here. All right, now we got our beautiful two-toned hood. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna cry. I can't redo this again. Okay, it looks legit, I think, right? It looks legit. We're good. Now I'm going to attach on here and do the other little whatever the heck that is, and I'm gonna see if it's maybe the same or if it's just double crochet now. Okay, done again. So I added this to the front piece just like the last one, so it goes like that. It hangs down. I did do the exact same pattern, only I did the pattern more like the sweater because I'm not good at not accidentally decreasing that one, so I did just do it like in every stitch instead of in the spaces. And maybe that's how it all is. I don't freaking know, to be honest. Oh, I also added one extra row to this. Honestly, I think I just didn't have it pulled down enough. Like it was fine before. Maybe I'll take that off because that just adds too much. What am I doing? Okay, next. Oh wait, you're probably wondering like, what am I doing with this? Same, I have no freaking idea. It was gonna be a wall hanging, but now I'm like, I don't know because I want to put it on some like wooden things, but I don't have wooden things long enough. I have these things, but maybe I can just like glue gun them together. That's an idea. Is this long enough? No, it's too short. I don't have anything that would cut these though, so I don't freaking know. Maybe I'll just leave this for a future thing. Make a tote bag or something. So that is that. But if I were to make this a wall hanging, I would put it like just use a needle and stitch around the little wooden pieces. And ta-da! Now it's time for the light stick. I forgot to say that was made with an 8mm hook. So I did 6 single crochet and a magic ring, and then the next row increase in every stitch. And now I'm going to go around back loops only, not increasing anymore. So I did 3 rows of that. The first one in the back loops only, the other 2 were in both loops. Now I'm gonna go in the back loops only for a row as well, but that's just to like put a line across it to represent like this line here. Not necessary. So that was for 4 rows of non-increasing, the first one in the back loops only, the rest in both loops. And now I'm gonna start increasing just because this little stick part in there increases out to this thing. So I increased for this round, like just at every interval here, 4 times I increased. And now I'm going to, in the back loops only, just go around again, single crochet, no increase. I lied. Actually ended up increasing 7 times that row, and then for this row I did in back loops only, I just slip stitched around, which I don't know what that did. This actually looks very much like an ice cream cone, but I'm gonna fasten off now. Then I just made this nice little ball and I'm going to connect them. I'm making it mini. I didn't say that. I'm making it mini because that's what I did for my twice one, and it just looks cuter that way. When you make a really like long stick part, it gets very floppy. I think I made this too short because now I have to do the ring, so I made this ring just a chain enough to like fit around here, but it's gonna have to go diagonal like so. And now I'm just gonna crochet along the line of the thing a couple times. Probably have to increase a bit, we'll see. I'm gonna do another one exactly the same and stitch them together, so hopefully that they'll be, I don't know, because this like kind of goes all over the place when I put it here. I kind of just increased every 3rd stitch, or like as I saw fit kind of thing. This looks stupid. So now I have 2, and I'm just gonna like whip stitch them together around the edge here. It just really looks like one of those orange gummy ring things. And it's making me like look because I don't like those. But here we are. I hope this looks okay. Oh, there's a hole there. What the freak? My sewing job is not very good. Maybe I won't sew it. I'll just leave it like that. Hope for the best. Does this look stupid? I think it looks stupid. It's not finished yet though. If you haven't already noticed, I'm doing the, I think this is the current version. The Captain America version is what I like to call it for obvious reasons. I think I have done my little circle here. I did a circle in black and then I bordered it with the red. And then I did this little, I made a mess of it somehow, but I'm doing this little like thing on the end here that is for the little pointy things that are on the ends. So I have to do one on the other side. I'll show you how I did that. So I just attached to it, chained 3, and now I'm going to, in the 2nd loop from the hook, I'm gonna single crochet in there, and then I'm going to, I don't remember what I did. Slip stitch in there? That looks horrible. Why would I do that? Oh, I did this a few hours ago and now I don't remember. Maybe I'll single crochet into the first chain, which is the third chain from the hook, and then slip stitch into the next stitch here. That makes more sense. There we go. And forgive me for this, but I am not a good embroiderer, so I made a star, and it's not like the star obviously on the thing, it's just a little cutesy star, and it makes it look even more like Captain America, but yeah, I can't. I'm just doing this. It'll be cute, and it's fine. It's already like a mini cute version. I feel like that'll be cute. It's fun. Cutter, I stitched the star on there. You have to be careful when you're stitching stars. You have to make sure that you're stitching them on pointy or else they just look like blobs. Since I used a glue gun for the twice light stick, I'm going to use it for this as well because it's just so much more easy. I love it. Oof. I'm scared. Actually, no. I gotta make sure this is the right way. Okay, that's gonna go on there. Oh, I'm gonna glue it on wrong, actually. Ah, la 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 la. Ah. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, wait. Now I'm gluing it to my bed. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oops. Yay. This looks horrible. That wasn't even worth it. Oh, my finger. I wasn't gonna do this on my bed, but then I was like, no, it's fine if I get like a little tiny bit on my blanket, which I probably won't even do because how hard is it to squirt some? Ow. Okay, I'm fine. Everything is fine. I think I was overreacting. Glue guns today must not be like that. Back in my day, I literally have a scar on my eyebrow from a glue gun, but my finger's fine. Maybe it's just because it's like my fingertips, very sturdy. It's all good. We're fine. Here is our... It looks so derpy. It doesn't even look good. Ugh, so much for impressing the stays. I burned my finger for you guys. That's all I'm gonna say. I think this is the only thing that turned out very well. Actually, no, ow! I thought I was pulling off glue, but I actually pulled out my hair. The Miro album thing turned out well too, but like, that's not even the album that's out right now, so apologies. Will you accept this? I don't know. I wouldn't.